Joining me in the studio now is employment advocate Max Whitehead, who represents both employees and employers. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. What part of the changes to the law concerns you most?
Well, I think the most significant issues that are going to affect the majority of people, one will be the cashing up of the 4th week's holiday, and I think the other one will be the sick leave issue.
Who's advising the 8 men, says that in 25 years of employment law, he's never heard allegations so serious.
Oh, they were terrified here. It's taken me a long time, Kim, to convince these guys that they're going to be safe. An issue to an employer, take an action, and you're sure to get something out at the end of the day.
I guess to a lot of people it looks like discrimination. Tell us how it's above board.
Well, it is discrimination, and it's fantastic. At last, we're getting an employer who's going to tell the truth. Every day an employer does recruitment, they actually discriminate. And I think what people hear that word discrimination, they go, oh, that's unlawful, we shouldn't do it. But it's fantastic. Well, I say that they've been discriminating on smokers, people overweight, all sorts of things, and looks, all sorts of things employers have been doing for years, but never tell the truth.
So he could be on call, for example?
Yes, right. Security guards quite often are allowed to sleep on the bottom of someone's house who's feeling insecure. Could they actually claim the same? And it goes on and on. Phone operators, doctors, nurses. Well, Mark, this whole situation is really ridiculous. I mean, the law is getting absolutely out of hand. I mean, sure, the law exists for discrimination. It's an old law, and the Human Rights Commission's been around for a long, long time. But the reality is it's time for a change. Most people know you don't discriminate on gender. This guy is a very good example of a good employer, mixed employees. He made a decision. The reality is, Mark, most employers make the decision every day. They make discriminatory decisions every day, but they have to lie why they might select one over another because of these silly laws. Clients ring me up that way saying, 25 years and I'm walking out with 1 month's pay, which is rather sad. But the reality is right now, introducing a bill like this is ludicrous. A lot of businesses, Ellie, and they're clients of mine are ringing me every day and saying, look, we're hanging on this week, we may have to let one more go, and God, it's Jeff, you know, one of our best employees, we're going to have to make a redundancy. If attached to Jeff was 4 weeks notice, 4 weeks payment for the first year of service, and 2 weeks every, you know, we're talking 6 months pay, the employer's got to say, we can't survive. Oh, I think it's going to have a detrimental effect on those small businesses. I guess what Darian Fenton and perhaps the Labor Party don't really understand, there's a lot of businesses right now that are going from week to week. They're optimistic there's a good future, but they're hanging in there just. The hearing, but David represented himself against a hotshot lawyer, and the hotshot lawyer has gone through and amplified all the peripheral issues around it, and it appears that the centre issue over the DVD have been clouded the mind of the decision maker at the authority, and David's endeavoured to protect himself in the best he could with his DVD arguments, and I think this is what's clouded the thoughts of the authority. It's a very bizarre decision.